My business failed and I had to shut it down 7 months ago. It was one of the biggest learning opportunities that I had in my life at the age of 23. Today I'm going to share with you some of my key takeaways from that business, which I separated in 3 different categories: personal growth, business essentials, and connecting the dots. The name of the first category comes from the fact that I managed to understand where my limits are, and I also understood how important it is to constantly continue learning. Now, to give you some more details about the whole situation. When I was working on this startup, when I was researching everything, when I was interviewing potential customers, I was also working a job as a project manager from 9 to 5, which means that all the rest of the time I had to be working on my startup. There was no such things as rest, as days off, as weekends. Every free time that I had was going to the startup. Each day I had to make a choice between doing one more improvement, maybe listening to a podcast, maybe listening to some kind of an audiobook or reading an article, or going out with my friends, going to a party, being hungover on the next day and not being able to work on my startup. These were choices that I had to do each day. And with each day I understood how important it is to continue working, to work towards our goals without any kind of excuse. It's not tomorrow, it's not next week, it's today and today only. This is how you can really go and achieve those big goals. Whether it's a startup, whether it's some kind of another big goal that you want to achieve, this is the only way, and I understood it only by working on this startup. And connected to this, I realized with each day how little I know. Most of us in our 20s think that we know everything, but actually we don't really know that much, and we're just now starting out, and we need to be able to consume as much knowledge as possible. We can never be 100% sure about something. We can only be 99%, and we always need to be open to learn about something new and to learn about different kind of perspective. Now, the second category, which I called business essentials, is all about the importance of marketing and that it will always be needed in business. I worked on a platform that needed many users. It was similar to Upwork and Fiverr, but it was mostly directed to career consultants and people who are looking for a new job. I was trying to match these two together through the platform so they can work together, and the whole business model was that I was going to take a commission of each of the service that was done through the platform. However, to have these kind of platforms, you need to be able to have a lot of users. You need to have users on one side and you need to have users on the other side. You need to constantly have this traction, and you need to constantly be having one side of the business and another side of the business. You cannot go ahead with just having one kind of users. I couldn't just have people looking for new jobs on the platform, because if there was no one to help them there, then it was useless. And on the other side, if I had only career consultants but there were no people looking for jobs, well, they couldn't really help anyone, so this didn't make any sense for them. And this was actually one of the main reasons that the business failed. I couldn't really give it enough traction because my marketing efforts weren't the best. Product marketing is important, but so is the personal brand that we have. There are countless of examples out there of people who are making their product or service successful just because they have a huge following. It may not be the perfect product, it may not be the perfect service, but when this person does it, just because he has already built the trust of his followers, they will simply go ahead and use their product or service. And if you're interested in personal branding in your 20s, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because the next video will be about this specifically. And the other videos will be about achieving goals, so make sure you subscribe for those as well. And finally, the third category, which I called connecting the dots, was all about understanding that everything in our life is connected. Looking back on the whole experience, I can confidently say that if I didn't go through it, This YouTube channel and me starting to create content about self-improvement, about achieving goals in our 20s would have never happened just because I wouldn't have enough knowledge, I wouldn't have enough stories, I just wouldn't have enough confidence to sit in front of a camera and try to give advice to other people. All the learnings that I got were extremely important and they built my character and they built me as a person, so I can now go into the next level, which is creating all this content. And looking back even further back in my life, I realized that it's not only this, but everything is connected. We always need to go to the previous level to reach the higher and higher levels that we want to go after. I have given this example before with the 10k monthly income. If you really want to have that 10k monthly income, you can just hope that you go through some kind of a challenge in 1 week and you'll be now at 10k monthly income. No, it doesn't work like that. First you get to 1k monthly income, then you get to 3k, then you get to 5k, and then eventually you get to 10k. There are levels to it which you need to pass. They will build you and you need this build up, because let's say you find a way that you get to this 10k monthly income in an easy way. Do you think that you'll be able to keep it if you have gotten it that easily? I don't think so. If you're in your 20s, this is your sign to start that business that you have been thinking about in the last couple of months. I can confidently tell you that you will never regret this decision. And if you're looking to achieve more goals in life, make sure to watch the rest of my videos because they will help you with exactly that. See you there.